It's not Grand Theft Auto.
Hello. Most of other things. Hang on.
When does this end? It's not Roller Coaster Tycoon at all. Oh yeah, I played Octodad. And Facade, briefly. Wait, there's no sound.
Those. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Up here.
I only output this at 3500 kilobits per second. The source is only like 15, so it doesn't matter that much. That's me, my bad. What version premiere? 6? 6. I don't think anyone's gonna be all like, oh, good. Now I can finally watch this, but whatever.
This is terrible. I don't have Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
But I will get that one day.
Curse you, game.
Great, sure, just cut it. Nobody will ever watch this.
Force quitting. Also, there we go. If you hear me randomly typing, I'm just trying to make sure the cheat comes in. We're going to go through it in a way that, well, you more than likely haven't done, so, again, you've probably played the game before, and if you full screen on your window. Something higher than Roller Coaster Tycoon was, and hopefully full screen. About as full as it's going to get. So yeah, start this game up. Again, you've probably played the game.
I can't use the mouse wheel to scroll the timeline on this. Well, I can up here.
Start this.
I didn't know that then, thanks. I like the play speed function on Vegas, which this doesn't have, where there's like a bar and you can move forward or backwards and it'll play forward or backwards at certain speeds, which is pretty convenient. What I wish there were, and there probably is, I want like a shortcut to scroll the bottom bar like faster, because you can do this and it sort of works, but it takes a long time before it zooms in, whereas I can just do this and this, but I hate having to, like, you know, find the end and grab it every time I want to do that.
Nothing I can do.
Sure, alright. That's one. God, when did I play Facade?
Not very good.
We've all played this. Hey, it's my old Twitch channel. Justin TV.
Great. Yeah.
Play the original Octodad, which I didn't think was very good either. I mean, I might as well just cut this up, but I don't know if anyone's ever gonna watch it.
Download for that. What could be behind this infinite tunnel? Why, it's Facade! Yeah, let's play that for a little while until Octodad downloads.
Great. Shift will make it zoom faster. Oh, it does. I'll be damned. It's weird, though, that you have to mouse over the thing specifically. Like, I wish you can just hold Shift and zoom here. Oh, you can hold Alt. That'll make it zoom. Alright. It's just a pain, like, learning shortcuts and layouts and stuff for multiple programs that are kind of the same thing. Is everyone just watching AGDQ or what?
Yes, it's kind of important to install. Sure, install. You see my desktop, can't you? Oh, should be able to. Hang on.
Gonzalo, yes or no?
There we go.
Do you think it's wrong for one person in a marriage to listen too much to the other?
This isn't even funny.
To trust your husband or wife too much to rely?
Correct X. And user license agreement. Okay.
Trip is a poop head. It's clever. That's real biting sarcasm there. I wish Premiere... Okay, Premiere... Does Premiere have an option to cut at where the playhead is? I wish it did. It might. Vegas does. I want to just have it play, and then when the playhead gets to a certain point, hit a key, and then it just splits it there, but it never seems to want to do that. I have to do it manually, and this doesn't actually stick where the playhead is, so you have to make sure you line it up specifically on where this bar is, or it will not split. And that is a pain in the butt, Because it seems like a really basic thing if you're going to be doing media editing that your program should have.
Welcome to setup for DirectX. Sure. To install.
But Vegas takes way longer to render anything because it doesn't detect QuickSync or CUDA hardware on this computer,
Game door installed there.
which this totally has.
Okay, let's try out Octodad.
Great, well, just dump it there. Whatever. Here's this facade playthrough. Nobody will watch, but for the sake of consistency, let's just leave it there. You can enable snap to playhead with the Razor tool. Can you? Is that a preference thing? There's like a bunch of different windows. This isn't the one I was looking at. The interpolation on Vegas, make sure your frame rate is right, because I had interpolation issues with Vegas, but it turned out that it kept defaulting everything to 29.97 instead of 30. And sometimes it likes to go back and decide it doesn't want to stay at 30, even if you type that in manually, and it goes back to like 29.97, and it like re-renders the frame rate out and then interpolates it, and it gets kind of crummy. But yeah, I know what issue you're talking about.
Alright, you'll have a video up in... Again, I've never played this before in my life. I don't know what you're supposed to do, and it's free, so I certainly can't complain about it. Alright, let me move this window over. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually like I'm playing a game. Octodad. What's this? Okay, can't click this. Credits, quit. Nah, I just started. Alright. Again, never played this, don't know what to do. Let me move this window over, and let's get it. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually like I'm playing a game. Octodad.
Yeah, I played this ages ago. 2011. Okay, that's one. Although, when I add stuff to the media encoder queue, it actually seems like it renders out way more slowly than in Premiere proper.
Oh, maybe yeah, beat them with this. Sure. Wow, this is like a nightmare.
It's the magnet for the snap feature. Oh, is that what that is? See, when I use the razor, it never sticks. Like, you can cut wherever, it doesn't actually cut at where the playhead is. So I'm not sure what the problem is, unless you have to be, like, super, super close. But no, even that doesn't seem like it cares, so yeah. I mean, it's not a huge deal. You just have to make sure when you click, you're clicking the right spot, but yeah. I'm not doing anything particularly complicated, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's just cropping, mostly. So, in terms of like Premiere or Vegas, neither matter to me too much. I think Vegas is a better UI overall, but Premiere renders faster, so whatever. Control K is the razor at playhead shortcut. Yeah and no, because that only cuts the video, which doesn't help. I remember I found that before when I searched the problem, but I want it to splice both things, unless it's like I didn't link these two. I don't remember. These should be. Yeah, these are linked together, so I don't know why that only would split the video, not the audio. But whatever. Not a huge deal. When you do it, it cuts the audio and the video at the same time. Let's see. Cut. Now it's not even doing that. Oh, because it's got the things on it. Yeah, whatever.
What do I do? Start this.
I like how it's just, I don't know what I'm doing, and then it just, that's it. I never found out. Okay, so that's one sequence, that's another sequence, that's a third sequence. I could render these all out and it'll take forever. Didn't I make a new one? Didn't I save over this preset? I don't think there is more to Octodad, if you can find it. Oh, I play Happy Wheels after it. Oh yeah, that's right. Which part is this? Part 2. In my defense, I think I played Happy Wheels ironically. I don't think I played Happy Wheels for the sake of playing Happy Wheels.
What do I do? How do I stop them?
Great.
Okay. Yeah. That was probably a game by some definition. Octodad. It's fun?
Great. Cut it right there. That's my recommendation. 3 out of 5 dads.
Up there is. Oh god.
Do I say I'm playing it ironically? I hope I do.
Can I crop it?
Just give me all of your money.
Oh, that wasn't me. can't seem to do a lot. Let's change characters to the old guy. The rocket
Might be
scooter.
something wrong with my sequence settings. Yeah, probably. I'm sure there's plenty to this I've not done correctly.
Come on, tuck and roll, tuck and stop that. Come on, control your urges.
Oh god, frame rate.
Whatever, bring them with you, it doesn't matter. Great. You just ejected an old man from the ride. Now I'm falling off, I have to grab this guy's face. There's nothing I can do in this. I can't do anything right.
I feel like if it's a case of, I'm gonna upload things on a game-by-game
Alright, we're
basis.
still intact.
Oh,
Oh. That's not very nice.
I probably should just put everything there. Because then it's like, well,
What?
why didn't you put this game in it? Or something. I'm not gonna have a great answer.
One second. Can I crop it? Might be.
People still play Happy Wheels?
It's a game. It's a game. Pokemon training. You are the Pokemon. I would like. I've got multiple mice floating. All right.
Where's my biting cynicism?
Can I crop it? Alright. Happy Wheels.
Awkward
It's a
pause.
game.
Alright.
Happy
It's
Wheels.
a good qualifier.
Happy Wheels.
Oops. I'll just have to put a really self-loathing title description thing in the YouTube description settings for this. Yeah, I mean, Happy Wheels is sort of fun as a concept, but it's one of these, like, you see it everywhere, and now it's just like, yeah, I just sort of hate this on principle.
There is a link to my Twitter account I just threw in the chat if you want to follow that for some reason or follow. God. Interesting.
Rate, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, I just ripped his arm off. Okay. Woo. Throw it at that other guy. And, yeah. More actual games, probably more Roller Coaster Tycoon sometime. We have 2 expansions we haven't touched yet.
Wait,
And I'm going to fly off? No. Oh. Not a very nice way to end the ride.
wait, was that like incredibly desynced? Wait. Cause sometimes Premiere will do this and desync everything miserably, and I might have to load this up in Vegas.
Hello? Self-destruct. Oh, I don't need that. Oh.
That didn't
Oh, that didn't
seem
work out so well.
synced.
Let's change characters
Yeah,
to
that's
the old
not.
guy. The rocket scooter.
That's not really. Do I? Okay, how much of this is bad? Is it only that one part? I don't know if I've got to make all these cuts again in Vegas and render it out there.
Kind of works, I guess.
I'm not editing it for a
Okay,
highlight, I'm
what
just
are we gonna do
making a
with you?
compendium eventually
You beat Mega Park.
with everything. See, I used to record all the audio from the microphone here, and as a result, it's kind of hard to tell
I can't really drive,
when the audio's desynced because it's not very loud.
just throwing that out there in case you haven't noticed. Why is every car purple?
Get out of the car. I need to see if it sinks. No. Wow. That is way off. Alright. Guess we're gonna have to do this then. Sometimes the keyframes are all screwed up because these are ancient videos recorded in a very weird way with software that doesn't really exist anymore, and it doesn't sync correctly in Premiere, but it's fine in Vegas for whatever reason. Ah, everything's all familiar again. Except that's not the right part. Let's see. Okay, that's the first part, that's the second part, that's the third part. Ah. Can edit in Comfort now. I tried Movie Maker. It's not in Windows 10, I don't think. There's Movie Moments. I really hate, you can't see it, but I hate how in the start menu, if you're trying to search for a program, like half of the search results end up being just like apps that you don't want. So if searching like Movie Maker, it's like, oh, did you mean these things on the web or other crap? Like I remember I had turned off Cortana because I only wanted it to search locally, and half the time I end up accidentally doing searches for it to search crap online on Bing, which I don't really want. But I turned it off, and then it came back for whatever reason. I forgot. There's something about Cortana where I didn't want it to recommend me apps, but I needed it to do something else. So if I turned Cortana off, it was too stripped down for some reason. I don't remember. Oops, wrong part.
It breaks itself. Okay, anyway. There, now it should work. There's the game.
And, put that over there just to keep
I miss
an eye
this
on
bar
frame
in
rate.
Premiere.
all the-
There's really no place for it, so never mind. Just a second, okay? So,
Oh, yeah. What do I need to do? Okay.
And if I were smart, I would have written down the cut
Oh,
times.
this should be fine. That should all be okay.
go back. Language.
I mean, Windows 7 is fine, but
Let's say Polish. Nobody says
I
Polish.
got a new computer. I wanted a new
English, French,
operating
German,
system on it.
Spanish.
Clean break.
Controller setup.
But you know, in like a year or so, you're gonna sound like the crazy people who still use Windows XP for a long, long time, where it's like, oh, you know, XP is still good. I don't need 7. Like that's gonna be you.
Yeah, should
Just
all be
just
okay.
want you to be aware of that.
And let's start this again. As I mentioned, it's Vice City, but featuring a main character you probably never thought you'd ever play through the game as.
Where did that start?
As I mentioned, it's Vice City. It's Vice.
Great, sure. they use XP on the space station. Are you an astronaut now?
Those. At all. Or any of those.
Yeah, whatever. I don't have like the half second of video that makes that play smoothly. XP is fine, but it's old.
See you tonight.
Also looks sort of bad. Well, there's never anything wrong with Windows 2000.
Anything about them cheating, because I already know, you know, that's cool. But it...
Hello.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
I'm not Tammy.
It could be
Pretty sure I'm a
Tammy.
boy.
Alright, where does this end?
It's like the Wizard of Oz, just in Vice City and with cop cars. Like it's more people. Now shoot the fat guy, why don't you? Arrgh. Oh. It's empty. With a cigarette coming out of my neck.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, that worked well.
Great. Can it? Vista just had hardware issues at the beginning, which colored everybody's expectations. Vista is one of these, like, pile-on things that it's cool to hate, or was cool to hate at the time. You know, it's one of these, like, yeah, it stumbled out of the gate, and then everyone can just, you know, form this echo chamber about how bad it is. Also,
Oh no.
fueled by Apple commercials. I liked Arrow, though.
God, I'm so awkward. God, I'm so awkward. That's fine.
Well, actually, yeah, I don't have anything to put on it right now, so it's just kind of black. I can put a commercial there. That's always
Fun. No Happy Wheels.
What is this?
Nah, no Happy Wheels. Well, maybe Happy Wheels later.
Oh,
Not
okay.
right now.
I thought I was gonna complain about Happy Wheels and say I'm not playing it, but I did.
Well, Octodad has to download for about, I don't know, 5 minutes. And everyone's going to hate me for this, but that's fine. What could be behind this infinite tunnel? What?
Is there a stream tonight? I don't know. I haven't decided.
He can walk through the...
I think if the counters were like pixel art and kept the same general style, that'd be pretty cool. See, the thing that I don't understand about Windows 10 is when people get up in arms about, like, blah blah privacy, whatever. It just seems very silly because I don't think Microsoft cares. Like, there's this weird skepticism that Microsoft is doing all this nefarious stuff, and I just don't see it. It's like Microsoft has always collected anonymous user data to make sure stuff works or stuff doesn't work.
DirectX runtime components.
And like, but there was always data built into the operating system. Like Microsoft always collected user data. It's in the same way that Steam collects user data on, like, you know, what you play, how long you play it, what hardware you're using, all of that. Like, I don't care about that sort of thing. It's the principle of the matter, but the thing is, like, look, your personal data is out there in so many other forms. It's just because Microsoft is big, bad, and scary that I think it irks people. But, I mean, realistically, it doesn't seem like there's anything more nefarious here than any other thing. And, you know, you could find out a lot more information just by looking at somebody's public Twitter account or something than worry about, like, what your operating system might be determining from you.
What is this? Facade.
I mean,
wouldn't
yeah,
recommend-
there's personal data you want out there, and there's personal data on your hard drive, but the thing is that I don't think anyone's touching the personal data on your hard drive. I don't think that's what the telemetrics or whatever the Windows 10 things are called is doing.
What is this?
I think it's just trying to see, like, does this work? Does this not work? This crashed. Why did it crash? What's the hardware? All that. I tend to think that people in Microsoft don't particularly care about you as a person.
And they don't react. I've kind of broken the game.
But yeah, I like 1984 as a book.
Facade. I wouldn't recommend it. So I'm going to close it, I think, and try out Octodad. Get out of here, Facade. And I think.
Great. Yeah, some guy at Microsoft is just browsing files on your computer. Like, even when you do Microsoft Remote Help, it's actually kind of weird because a lot of stuff on your computer is disabled. I've had to do it a few times to get Windows 10 to fix certain stuff, which didn't actually get fixed, but whatever. Like, your background and whatnot is all disabled. And there's a lot of, like, this, if you don't like what the tech is doing, you can press this button and relinquish their control of your computer at any time. Which is kind of neat. But I always wondered if they just disabled the background partially due to privacy or partially due to, like, all the Microsoft execs are really tired of remoting into somebody's computer and just seeing, like, pornography as their background.
I guess we'll have to figure it out together. Play. Alright. Again, never played this, don't know what. Octodad.
Great. I wonder if you can queue multiple loop regions and then render them all out one by one in this. It doesn't sound like spy all you want, I barely use my freedom. It's just, I don't believe that these are really, like, nefarious uses for stuff. And, you know, I just feel like you're creating more hassle for people with genuinely good intentions who just want to get information to make stuff work better. And I'm not particularly concerned about resisting that. But that's just me.
What do I do? How do I stop them? Oh.
Where does this end?
That is. Hang on. Hit this. I don't think I'm by. That was probably a game by some definition. Octodad.
We're talking about computer security, kind of. I don't assume they have my best interest at heart. I just assume they don't care. Like, I don't assume Microsoft is some lovely, magnanimous company, even though Bill Gates is a saint. Well, current Bill Gates is a saint. Old, young Bill Gates was a bastard. I just assume nobody cares.
Can I crop it? I might be able to. I've got multiple mice.
And maybe that's foolhardy, but, you know, I can't be super concerned about everything. You have to pick and choose what you find to be most bothersome. And for me personally, that was never a huge thing.
It's a game. Happy Wheels. Happy Wheels. It's a game. Pokemon for part 2. Gotta do something. Poster is this. Follow that for some reason, or follow the.
Oh wow, yeah, that was way desynced on Premiere. Ugh. Great.
Well, it's midnight. I've got work tomorrow in the morning, so I think I'll see all you guys later, some other time this week, with actual content, not just random fooling around. If anybody's interested, there is a.
It's midnight, I need to sleep. Like, God, how things have changed. Okay, so that's Happy Wheels, that's Octodad, that's Facade. That's a good screenshot of Trip. I wonder, can you, like... See, in Adobe Premiere, you can make multiple sequences and then add things to a queue and then say, like, render this, then render this, then render this, then render this. In Premiere, I don't think you can do that. Probably not. I never knew that was a thing you can do in general, but then Premiere started asking me, like, oh, you want to do this? And I figured, yeah, okay. Sure. Vice City. Octodad. Facade, which I hope there's only one video in there, because I never want to play Facade again. Okay, that part is Vice City. Yeah, M2TS. Get out of here with your proprietary crap. Okay, 720p, see back. I hate how it can't find hardware Excel on this computer, because I thought, like, oh man, this computer is great. It's gonna have these videos rendering in, you know, a fraction of the time, but no, not really. It had hardware Excel on the laptop because it used AMD stuff, but this Vegas doesn't actually find it for whatever reason, which is a pain in the butt. And I keep saving this setting and it never likes to... Oh. Never likes to actually save itself in the list. There it is. I would also favorite it, and then it would stop favoriting itself, which I never understood. Is that how you spell Hillary in this game? I don't know. Gotta batch render multiple projects. Yeah, that seems like what I want. You know what a batch regions... Let's see.
howtomakeanything.com.
Today on howtomakeanything, so I can show you. Now, in any normal situation, you'd have to put a region around each one of these.
Yeah.
And
Wait, can I do that? Can you just make multiple regions? No. You can't. Or can you?
and use the render as tool. If you have a bunch of clips, let's say 100,
I don't think I have that.
Pain. You have to wait for each one and then start each one over. That's where the batch render tool comes in. But one of the batch render tool's features is that you can render regions, as seen right here. So you're going to want to put a region around all the clips you want to render. Well, how do you do that? Well, you can highlight them like this and hit R and then enter, and you've created a region. But again, if you have
That's interesting.
100 clips, you really
I don't have
want to
100
do that
clips,
100
so it's fine. Just give me like 3. Oh. I'm using Vegas right now instead of Premiere because sometimes you load up the videos in Premiere and it desyncs them. I mean, I converted them all to MP4s, so it doesn't matter. I can re-encapsulate them now, and it takes like 5 minutes. But for whatever reason, sometimes Premiere just desyncs the audio in a way that I can't fix. And I just can't be bothered to find why, so I just use Vegas instead. Only for videos that are like busted. And there might actually be some coaster videos that are horrifically desynced and I just don't know because the audio in coasters is kind of like, you know, very sporadic anyway. If that's the case, whenever these go up and they're like super busted, let me know and I'll see if I could fix them. Let's see, so if you... Okay, so after you do all these...
No, you want a script to do it for you. So you're going to want to find the script.
I don't need a script.
Is available to select. You want to pick whatever.
Batch render. Do I have that? Render as... Render options. View all options. Multi-channel mapping. Where's batch render? I think that's a different version. Unless it's up here. Save as, render as. No.
Codec you want. Once you've got all these added as regions, now you can run your batch render tool. And notice the render region is available to select.
I don't have that though.
Is available to do it for you. So you're going to want to find the script, add region.
It's the floppy disk with the thing going through it. Save, save as, render as. But that's not the batch render tool. Preview, capture, import, web media. I bet this is like super depreciated. There's also an option to upload directly to YouTube, which, given how APIs change, this doesn't really work anymore. Although it'd be nice if it did. That's not it. Oops. That's not it. Yeah, these are going to end up on YouTube eventually. Do you have to script this? That seems kind of dumb. Batch render and upload? Ew. I have to set up a script for this. Render multiple clips at once, yeah. Yeah, I did that. I did that. Scripting. Ugh, okay. Great, you just have a script that says batch render. Does that come with the... Oh, it does. Clever. I thought I had to run a script for this, but I don't. Check out all these formats nobody uses. Is it that? Because I made it, that's the one I changed. Base file name, untitled. Sure, I don't, whatever. Dump it where you want it. Oops. Yeah, I'll just dump it here, I'll sort it after. Render project, no. Render regions. Yeah. I would assume, right? Yes, I... Alright. Mostly understand then. Oh, this is gonna take so long. Oh, God. Oh, it's rendering like 80 frames a second. Oh, that's really bad. Man, when I was transcoding, I got like 1,000 frames a second. It was great. It was done in minutes. But this is not, and I don't know why this is running so slowly. Should I just make it use more? Imagine even if you put the priority up, it wouldn't matter. God, I don't even remember how to change that in here. Above normal. That might make system instability. It never actually did for me, but... That's not doing anything differently, is it? No. Probably doesn't help that I'm streaming as well. Is that cut off? It looks like it is. But maybe that's how the original was. Because when you render something out in Vegas, it automatically scales it to the frame size you want to render it at. Whereas in Premiere, you have to do that manually. Well, even if that part was slightly cut off, it looks more or less fine in practice, so... Whatever. Let that go. Oh, it's probably gonna take like 2 hours to render, to be honest. I don't know how many frames are in this in total, if you assume that's... I don't know. 5.5 hours. 30 frames a second. That's... 5 times... or 5.5 times 60 is 330 times 60 again for seconds. Wait, did I say 350? 5.5 times 60 is that 330? Is that 350? Ah, who cares? It'll take forever. Oops. Seconds times 30 frames per second divided by, I don't know, how many frames is it rendering a second here? About 70. It's 8,485 seconds divided by minutes, 141 minutes. Yeah, so it's about 2 hours. Making YouTube videos eventually. It's gonna take a long time, and I don't know if anyone's ever gonna watch these, but I'm gonna start cutting up everything and putting it up by game here on YouTube, re-rendered out to 720 instead of whatever it is, because if you just upload it as is, it's going to shrink it to like 360 or 480 or something, depending on the vintage of these videos. So eventually these will all be there. I'd like to hope. The problem is it's also like, oh, hey, it only got, oh wait, is that only for this video? That wouldn't surprise me, because if that's going to take 2 hours by my math, and that's about half, yeah. But the problem is this is only like maybe a month into when I first started streaming, which I've been doing for years at this point, so granted I've streamed a lot more in the beginning, so there's probably a, you know, it's like very front loaded, but this will probably take a while. Also, no, I can't make any money with AdSense. The only way this would make money on YouTube is if I joined a multi-channel network, which I don't think I'm going to ever be doing, but who knows? I think that works through a different process. As in, the channel makes money, and then the channel has the partnership with YouTube, but you have the partnership. No, the network has the partnership with YouTube, but you get the partnership with the network. So the network makes all the money, and then they divvy it up to the partners. So it doesn't work through AdSense per se. I don't remember. When it's all completed, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, my thought is to do like have like a milestone before I put them all out. Like to get all the Roller Coaster Tycoon scenarios or something uploaded first. So it's like, hey, check out this playlist. It's got all this stuff, instead of just saying like, you know, hey, here's like 4 scenarios in this Pokemon bootleg or something that you're probably never going to want to watch. But eventually I'd like these to all go up neatly organized and vaguely searchable on a website. But that's something to worry about later, because there's no point in putting a lot of effort into how to search stuff if there's no stuff to actually watch. I really wish this would go faster, though. Sort of disappointed by how slow it takes Vegas to render out anything. What I should honestly be doing is doing a mix of old and new streams, where it's like, you know, here's this thing from 2011 and here's this thing from last month or something. But in order to make sure that I, you know, get everything downloaded, I've just been going chronologically. So I've downloaded mostly through 2013. Oh, actually 2014 as well. I didn't know that. Those might have gotten there by mistake, because I don't have 2014 for a lot of months. Although I was also in London for a lot of those months, so I might not have just streamed a lot. Was I in London 2014? Yeah, I was. But I mean, I'd like if people watch them, but it's kind of like archival purposes. If I wanted to make it like so people would really watch these, and I'd make loads of money and make it like YouTube friendly, I wouldn't make them 2-hour, 3-hour uploads. You know, these are just there for archival purposes. Ideally, people would discover it from YouTube and whatnot, but like, there's a way to make things YouTube friendly, and it is not making it 3 hours. Or Evergreen Gardens, which is 5 hours. But YouTube kind of saves your place, so whatever. I could have cut that one up, but it's more effort. Also, I know people want streams, but just feel like garbage all the time, so I'll get to it when I get to it. Also, I feel like everyone's probably watching AGDQ or something. So maybe people don't notice. I know there's a channel that uploads old stuff to YouTube, but I want to upload it better. Because it's uploaded and then converted to like 480p, and you can't read any of the text, and it's just like, And then you have to like sift through all the hold on screens and crap. So I'd rather just be like, here's the game, that's where it starts, and that's the game, that's where it ends, the end. I got the true ending for Undertale. I don't think it cured my depression. To be honest, I actually felt not let down by the true ending of Undertale, but I don't know, I guess I expected it to be more impactful than it was. And it was nice, but it wasn't like I don't know. I don't know what I expected from the true ending of Undertale. But I didn't feel like it was, you know, something super crazy to write home about. I didn't do the genocide ending because I feel kind of bad about it. Wellbutrin's amazing. I mean, Wellbutrin works as in, like, if you want to drink a cup of coffee and feel like you drank 3 cups of coffee, and if you want to stop eating, then yeah, Wellbutrin's great. But in terms of, like, yeah, I'm super happy all the time now, like, not really. I've heard of Vbrid, I don't even know how you say it. I don't know anything about it other than it's new and probably more expensive. Because I don't know if there's a generic out yet. I feel like this came out this century. Vibrid. There it is. Yeah, 2011, so I'm sure this is fairly more expensive than getting like Prozac, which you can buy like for $2 even without a prescription. Not like that works either. Also, I didn't go back to like the ruins and talk to everybody, but I talked to a fair amount of people. I mean, it's Undertale. It's pretty much like if you want to do something, if you expect this person to have new dialogue, chances are they probably will, but it's also kind of like, I don't feel like, you know, walking all the way back. I don't know. Realistically, I probably should try more, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not like super keen on it. I know there's stuff when you go back to the first room, and I watched a YouTube video on it and all, and it was nice, but I mean, to some extent, I feel like Undertale has got an issue where it's like, I want to find, show me the stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and all the stuff is good, and the writing's good, the characters are good, and I want to get all the stuff. I don't want to miss anything, but it doesn't always do a good job at telling you where there's new stuff to find. Which, if I had a complaint, a serious complaint about Undertale, it's that I want to see everything, but it doesn't always give me a good indication of when something new is there to see. Like, I'd imagine everyone's dialogue changes at various points in the game, but I don't want to have to go and talk to every single person and backtrack all the time just to see if that's the case or not. You know, like going all the way back to the ruins, if somebody in the true ending or whatever said like, hey, you know, you should probably go back there, someone wants to talk to you, then that would be okay, but it's a lot of these, like, unless somebody told you, or unless you are a crazy completionist with a lot of time to spend, then I don't know how you're supposed to find a lot of these things. And they're all generally good things that have value in the game, and I want to find them. I don't want to feel like I missed them. You know, it's like, I want a map for Undertale. They tell you to go back and talk to everybody, but there's no indication that you know, like there's anything there to go back to. Also, I probably should get my vitamin D levels checked, among other things. But who knows? Also, it's one of these, like, you have one serotonergic antidepressant and just sort of assume the rest don't work, which I know isn't true because they've got a whole bunch of them for a reason, but... Screw it. I just have to do more stuff and be more productive. Stream more, study more, do more lab garbage. Should probably help. Person just commented, heh. Alright. It's a good contribution. Yeah, I've done both of that, the Warren. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not the mechanism of action being different. It's probably the chemical structure is different and it binds receptors with different affinities. But I just sort of think, like, look, it's the same general function as Prozac. It's just probably fewer side effects because, you know, the chemical conformation is different and it binds certain serotonin receptors with better efficiency than others. So, you know, it might be more specific to the ones in the brain, the hippocampus, whatever, versus the ones in the gut. But if anything, it's just more specific but doing the same thing. And when I was trying Prozac, I didn't really feel like it was helping. So if there were, like, you know, oh, I feel better, but these side effects suck, then maybe it would be worth trying another one. But that wasn't really